Hello students, how are you all? Hope you are staying at home and staying safe, enjoying with your family. In the previous video, we have discussed about the digestive system in human being. In this video, we will discuss about some of the parts which we have not discussed in the previous video, and we will discuss about the digestive system of some animals, especially those who are grass eating or grazing animals. So, let's get started. Before digesting the food, we need to break the food into small pieces. And how we do it? Yes, we do it with the help of our teeth. Now, let us first know about your teeth. In your jaw, you have two jaws, like lower jaw and the upper jaw. You have four different types of tooth. They are incisors, canine, premolar and molar. If you see in the figure, then you can see, if we see a single tooth, then a single tooth can be divided into three parts. The upper part, or the white part which is visible, that is known as crown. And the middle part, see, it is the neck. And the lower part is called the root, which is present inside the gums. Now, these four different types of tooth have different function. First, let us know how many tooth of each type we have in our jaw. You can see in the figure, it is a single lower jaw is given in the figure, and we have marked the different teeth by different colors like blue, orange, yellow, green. This is only to differentiate between the different type of teeth. Now, first you can see there are four yellow teeth, means total 2 pairs of yellow teeth. Those are actually incisors. They are chisel shaped and they are used for biting and cutting the food. Next to them is a pair of canines. The color is blue. You will see one on the each side. They are pointed teeth and they are used for piercing and tearing the flesh. Next to them are two pairs of premolars. They are flat and they are used for grinding the food. After that, we have total 3 pairs of molars. They are also used for grinding and chewing the food. Most of the adult male and female, they have 32 teeth in total. Means 16 teeth in each jaw. Now that means there are 4 incisors, 2 canine, 4 premolars and 6 molars. The last pair of molars is also called wisdom teeth. In human beings, teeth grows twice. Yes, one when one is small, that is during their childhood, and that teeth generally they falls off at the age of 6 to 8 years. So those teeth are generally called milk teeth. When the milk teeth fall off, then a new set of teeth comes out. Those are actually called permanent teeth. But if permanent teeth falls due to any reason, then a new set of teeth do not come from that place. Now, there is a difference between the number of teeth in the milk teeth and in permanent teeth. In milk teeth, generally the number of teeth are 20. They do not have premolars. They have incisors, canines and molars. But in case of permanent teeth, the total number is 32. That includes 4 incisors, 2 canines, 4 premolars and 6 molars. Teeth are very essential. So let's know the anatomy. In the figure you can see the covering of the tooth, the strong covering, it is known as enamel. It is one of the strongest thing present in your body. Below the enamel there is another layer which is known as dentine. Dentine is actually similar to bone. Inside dentine there is pulp cavity where your arteries, your nerves are present. This connects the teeth with your body. Now students, we always listen that we should brush twice, we should take care of your tooth. See, just now I told that enamel is one of the strongest thing present in your body. Then why we are so much concerned about it? Yes, see, as whenever we eat food, so some of the food particles get fixed or get attached to your teeth. What we should do? We should clean our tooth with while brushing, or we should simply, after having anything, we should just wash our teeth. Now, if we don't do that, then the food molecules will remain attached to your teeth. And there some bacteria will come and they will eat those food and produce some acids. And those acids will rot your teeth, or they will make holes inside your teeth. Those holes are called cavity. Yes, whenever you see that there is some black spot on your teeth and that keeps on growing, that is actually a cavity. Cavity means it is a hole. And generally it increases in size, because if there is a cavity, again the food will be attached there, and again the bacteria will produce some acid and it will corrode the teeth more and more. And once if it reach the pulp cavity, then it is exposed to the arteries and your veins, nerves. Then you have toothache. Then you need to go to the doctor. Then they may do simple filling, or you may have root canal, like they may take out the tooth and it's really very painful. So what you should do is, you should take proper care of your teeth. What we can do? We can wash our mouth after having anything. We should eat less sugary things. That means less chocolate, less sweets and less everything which contains sugar. We should brush twice a day. If you follow the simple things, then you can have good pair of teeth without any cavity and without any pain. Tongue is a fleshy muscular organ which is attached at the back side of the floor of the buccal cavity, and the front part of the tongue is free to move. Now, tongue performs many functions, like it helps the saliva to get mixed with the food, it helps us in swallowing, it helps us to speak, and it helps us to detect taste. Yes, this taste of different food items which we intake. See, if you see the surface of the tongue very minutely, if you take a mirror and see the tongue, then you will find certain bumps. Those bumps are nothing called taste bud. When a food which you intake, which you take inside your mouth, comes in contact with those taste bud, then they have the capability to detect the taste of that food. It is sweet, salty, sour or bitter. Now, see, one thing it should be clear that taste buds are uniformly, means they are spread all over your mouth, all over your tongue. Now, but some of the taste buds are, segregated in certain part which have the ability to detect certain taste. Like if you see in the figure, the tip of the tongue has the ability, means the tip of the tongue has the number of taste bud which can detect the taste of sweet is maximum in the tip of the tongue. So the tip of the tongue has the ability to taste sweet food. Again I am saying that doesn't mean the different part of your tongue cannot taste sweet, but the taste bud which can detect the taste of sweet, that is present mostly in the tip of the tongue. Just after that, the sides, just after the tip, in the front part only, that part is specialized for detecting salty taste. Like the taste bud which have the capability to detect salty taste are present mostly just above the tip of the tongue. And the side of your tongue, the quantity of the taste bud which have the ability to detect the sour taste, means khatta. Sour taste is maximum in the sides of your tongue. And at the end of your tongue, at the back side of your tongue, the back part of your tongue, the buds which have the ability to detect the bitter taste is maximum on the back, or you can say in the last part of the tongue. Let us discuss about the digestion in some of the herbivorous animals or the grazing animals. See, the grazing animals generally they have grass or leaf of certain plants. Now, grass leaf, they are rich in cellulose. So they have a different mechanism to digest this cellulose. they have a specialized compartment in their stomach or in their digestive system known as rumen. In rumen, there are some bacteria. Yes, there are some useful bacteria which can break this cellulose into glucose. Now, as we have already discussed about the human digestive system, we do not have such type of compartment for the digestion of cellulose. So, human being cannot digest cellulose as they do not have rumen, which do not consist of bacteria which can digest this rumen. Now, if you notice any cow, buffalo, camel or any grazing animal, you will find they are always grazing, or when they are sitting, they are just chewing something. And you will see the whole day, either they are grazing or they are chewing. This chewing is called rumination. See, so let us discuss what happens. See, when the animal is grazing, they keep on eating the grass without chewing it properly, and that grass get deposited in the part of their digestive system known as rumen. And there are some bacteria which can digest the cellulose. So, when they are grazing, they are just eating the grass, they are not chewing it properly, and that grass gets stored in the rumen. But when the animal is relaxing or sitting, what happens? That partially digested food comes out from the rumen and then they chew the grass properly. This is called, the partially digested food is called cud, which comes out from the rumen, and this process of chewing it is called rumination or chewing of cud. Now students, after chewing, the food goes to the different part of stomach. They do not go back to the rumen. From the rumen, it comes to the mouth, they chew it, and then it goes to the different part of the stomach, and then the complete digestion takes place in small intestine, and absorption, assimilation, and the undigested food is stored in the rectum and it comes out from the anus. So in this process, one thing is clear, that they can digest the cellulose only with the help of the bacteria which is present in their rumen. So human being cannot digest cellulose because they do not have rumen which have certain bacteria for digesting the cellulose. Next we will study the digestion in an unicellular organism, that is amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism. Unicellular means it consists of a single cell, and it does not have any specialized organs for digestion or respiration or performing any activities. So if you see a cell of amoeba, it does not have a definite shape. It is irregular shaped and it can change its shape. If you see amoeba, first of all, you cannot see amoeba by your naked eyes or unaided eyes. It is a microorganism, so we need a microscope. Now, amoeba consists of amoebal cell consists of a nucleus and plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and some organelles. So, in order to digest food, they have a specialized organelle known as food vacuole. Now, food vacuole is a small pouch that is a temporary in nature. So, let's see how amoeba takes the food. Whenever an amoeba see a food particle, then what happens? It extends its cytoplasm and forms pseudopodia. Now, what is pseudopodia? Pseudopodia, if you break the term, pseudo means false, podia means foot or appendages. See, they don't have any leg or hands or any appendages. So, by flowing the cytoplasm in a particular area, they can form pseudopodia. And then what happens? The pseudopodia engulfs the food particle inside it. And that food particles get trapped inside the food vacuole. After getting trapped inside the food vacuole, the different digestive juices comes into play and they digest the food. After digestion comes absorption. From the food vacuole, the digested food is absorbed and it is assimilated throughout the amoebal cell. After after digestion, assimilation, absorption and assimilation, the undigested food or the unwanted food is ejected out by the process of egestion. Now again, they don't have any specialized organ for that. What happens? The part from where it will eject, this plasma membrane get ruptured and they simply pass the food, unwanted food material out from their body. As they are living in a pond, so they just leave the food item behind, the unwanted food item, and they can move. They move by flowing the cytoplasm towards any direction and forming pseudopodia. So student, hope you have understood the chapter and you have enjoyed the session. In the whole chapter, we have discussed about digestion. In the previous video, we have discussed about the digestion in human beings, and in this video, we have discussed digestion in the grass-eating animals or the grazing animals, and a very interesting unicellular animal, that is amoeba. Hope you have understood the chapter, and I will be coming back with another interesting chapter. Till then, stay at home, stay safe. Bye.